Namaste Gurukulians. Hope all of you are healthy, fit and fine. So let's come to the next part of the chapter, the address. In the previous part, I have taught you about the narrator when she paid a visit to Mrs. Darling's house and she was maltreated. She was insulted by Mrs. Darling, and Mrs. Darling, she was a cunning lady, she was a crafty lady. She doesn't want to return the belongings back to narrator at any cost, clear? And narrator, she got embarrassed and decided to go back to the station. But while going to station, when she saw the objects on the road, she had seen the streets, she had seen the market, she had remembered the old past memories 10 years, 12 years before, when she used to talk to her mother in this way, clear? All the things got fresh in the mind. Now this time, once again, she had decided to go back to Mrs. Darling's house and wanted to have a glance at least on the objects. She wanted to have a look on the object, the belongings of her mother, clear? When she came, this time, luckily, Mrs. Darling, she was not at home. This time when she rang the doorbell, the daughter of Mrs. Darling, her age was 15 years old approximately, she opened the door and she had taken the narrator through the passage inside. And what happened after that? Let's start it. Clear? So this is the chapter. The address by Marga Mimko. Right? So now students, what happened? This is page number 13. Please open it. This is the page number 13. My mother will be back soon, said the girl, the daughter of Mrs. Darling, and she had conveyed that my mother, she would be back after 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but she would be coming back soon. She had gone to the market just to complete an inevitable walk. I have already made tea for her. Will you have a cup of tea? Means she started asking to have a cup of tea for me. I looked up. Clear? Means just like her mother, she poured tea from a white pot. She was having a white pot and she poured. Poured means to put the tea from the teapot into the cup. And she poured, udelna in Hindi translation, clear? She poured the tea from the white pot like her mother. She was the carbon copy of Mrs. Darling. All it had was a gold border on the lid. On the lid means dhakkan, right? On the cover, on the lid of the kettle of the pot, there was a white golden border. Clear? I remembered. She opened a box. Means the narrator, she had remembered even this was one of the objects of her mother's belongings. Clear? When she opened a box, took some spoons out. There was a cupboard nearby. Through the cupboard, when she opened the door and she took out some spoons. Right? That's a nice box. Beautiful box was it was. The girl put cups ready on the table. She kept the cup, okay, ready on the table and prepared the cup of tea. She had a broad back. Broad means wide, chodi. Broad back she was having, just like her mother. I told you that she was a carbon copy of her mother. Okay, Xerox copy of her mother. She poured tea from a white pot. Clear? And this is a nice box. I heard my voice. Means even when I was speaking, I heard my own voice. It was a strange voice. Means the narrator, she was speaking something in the house when she had seen the box, when she was opening. Clear? Then narrator, she suddenly had spoken, this is a nice box. And the narrator, when she was listening her own voice, students, when you speak, you can listen your own voice even as well as, and others too can listen. Right? So this was a strange voice. She could never believe such a voice as though each sound was different in this room. Each sound was in a different way in the room. Right? Oh, you know about them. You know about them. She had turned round and brought me a cup of tea. Means then she started looking towards the things and she brought a cup of tea for me. Clear? Then she laughed. My mother says it is antique. This is a special piece for me. This is a costliest piece. This is one of the antique piece, unique piece, ultimate piece. Right? We have got lots more. She said that means my mother, she had brought lots of more. She pointed around the room. She started pointing to a room. Means we have a lot of things here in the house, madam. You can see over here. See for yourself, madam. You can see with your eyes. I had no need to follow her hand. Why to see here and there? Because although I could see, I knew which things she meant. I just looked at the still life over the tea table. Means tea on the tea table. I was just looked the still life. Means the life had been still over there. I could not look here and there. As a child, I had always fancied the apple on the pewter plate on the same table. Clear? On the same table when she was at her childhood days, 10 to 12 years old, in a pewter plate, in a quarter plate, she used to put some apples over there. All the memories of her childhood days returned back to her mind. Right? We use it for everything, she said. Means for everything we are using it. Once we even ate off the plates hanging there on the wall. Madam, after finishing the food, whether it's breakfast, lunch or dinner, we are hanging the plates on the walls. You can see over here, hooks are there, right? So, then on the wall, I wanted to so much, but it was not anything special. I want to tell you so many things, so much, but it was not anything special. I had found the burn mark on the tablecloth. Then I started looking at the tablecloth. On the tablecloth, there was a burn mark. Burn mark means Hindi translation, Jala hua nishan, right? There was a burn mark on the table. The girl looked questioningly at me. The girl means she started looking in this way. Interrogation was going on. Okay, madam, why are you pinpointing this burn mark in this way? Okay, she made some mouth in this way. Frowning, she was showing, and questioningly, she started looking. She started staring towards my face, right? Yes, I had. You get so used to touching all these lovely things in your house. You hardly look at them anymore. Then she means narrator. She started saying that, madam, you are talking about the antique pieces. You have shown me so many plates, spoons and cutleries. But you get so used. Means you are very much habitual to touch all these things. But you hardly take care of these things. Just see this mark, this burnt mark is like a spot in the beauty of this tablecloth. You only notice when something is missing. Madam, you are among those people. Those are noticing the things when something is missing over there, right? Because it has to be repaired or because you have to lend it. For example, either you have to discard it or you have to get it repaired it, right? Or you want to get it replaced from the market. Clear? Again, I heard the unnatural sound of my voice. When I was speaking, means the narrator was speaking over there. Then again, the sound was echoing. Unnatural sound was coming. She didn't like the sound was striking the walls and coming back to her own ears. And she'd listened her own voice. This was unnatural sound, right? And I went on. But the narrator, she continued her, statement. What did she say? I remember my mother once asked me if I would help her polish the silver. I remember my mother once, when I was a small child, she had told me to polish the silver. Silver spoon means silver plate, silver spoons, silver forks, silver knives, right? If I'm helping my mother to polish all the silver, crockeries I was having, cutleries I was having. It was a very long time ago, 10 to 12 years before. I was probably bored that day, or perhaps I had to stay at home because I was ill. Probably I had to stay back at home because I was suffering from illness and I was feeling boredom even then, right? So that rather than getting boredom, I decided to help my mother at that time. She had never asked me before, this kind of work she had never asked me before. Only first time she had asked me to polish the silver cutleries. I asked her which silver she meant, and she replied, I asked you, madam, mama, which silver cutleries you are talking about that? And she replied, and she got surprised that it was the spoons which we daily use it for eatables, right? Forks, churi, okay, means what do you call it, spoons, forks and knives, churi, kanta, whatever. And of course, that was the strange thing. I didn't know the cutlery we ate off every day was silver, and the cutlery whatever we used to keep it on the dining table every day for breakfast, lunch and dinner, that was made of silver, right? The girl, after listening my statement, she started laughing over there once again. I bet you don't know it is either. I looked intently at her. Means I asked when she was listening. I bet you don't know either. Means I can challenge. You don't know about things. What is it? I looked intently. Means carefully. I started looking towards her. I was looking towards about her facial expressions. What we eat with? She asked. Means, madam, what are you talking? Well, do you know about it? She felt hesitation over there. She walked to the sideboard and wanted to open a drawer, and she got embarrassed because of my talk. She couldn't understand, but she ignored all the things and she went towards the sideboard and opened a drawer. Right? I will look. It's in here. Means, madam, I will look. All the things are lying over here. I jumped up at that time, but I thought myself it is a ruthless and rubbish thing for me. That means whenever I'm looking towards the belongings of my mother, because there is no value for all the belongings once if it is not under my possession for a long lasting period of no more than 10 to 12 years, right? So I decided myself to forget all the things. I jumped up quickly, got up and just decided to go away towards back to the station. I must catch my train. I must catch my train, otherwise it will be missing over there. Then I left the home and I just emerged outside. I went outside. I walked to the door. The girl pulled the drawer open. I can find out my way. Means I can find out my way. I will find out the belongings and I have a deal with my own. As I walked down the passage, I heard the jinglings of spoons. When I was crossing the passage, I heard the sound of jingling. Means what do you call it, the sound, the silver spoons whenever these are kept over there in bunch, right? So that is jingling sounds are coming of silver spoon, and she was taking it from the drawers, and the sound of forks even as well as. Then I ignored all the things. I went outside. When I went on the road, at the corner of the road, I looked up at the nameplate. I turned back and I had a last glance on the address on the nameplate, 46 Marconi Streets, right? This was the address, 46 Marconi Street. It was written on enamel plate. Clear? I had a last glance on this address, which I had decided to forget. Yes, I wanted to forget that address. The address was correct. I was on the right address, no doubt. But now I didn't want to remember it anymore. I wanted to forget it. I wouldn't go back there because the objects that are linked in your memory with the familiar life of former, these for times instantly lost their value when. Means whenever you are not in the touch with the familiar objects of your cutlery, spoons, silver spoons and other things, your belongings for a long lasting period, then there is no value in your life. Means for the long lasting period, I had no possession on them. So that's why there is a useless things for me. I had decided to forget all the things and I left the place. Served from you see them again in strange surrounding. Whenever after a long gap, you find your belongings and you find out all the things in a very strange way. Okay? What kind of people they have used it and what kind of things have been, done with this, that. So at what should I have done with them in a small rented room? Means that narrator, she was living in a small rented room. If once I get my belongings back, she was a damn sure about it that 99% she would not get by Mrs. Darling. But 1%, suppose if she is struggling hard and going to get her belongings back and she brings it in her rented room, what would be she doing with that? Clear? Where the shreds of blackout paper still hang along the windows. On the windows, she had covered the black papers, right? And on the walls even as well as. No benefit is there, and no more than a handful of cutlery fitted a narrow table drawer. A narrow table drawer she was having over there, and no cutlery could be fitted into the drawers of these, right? I resolved to forget to address. I resolved means I was determined. I was determined to forget the address completely. Of all the things I had to forget, this is the bottom line. I wanted to forget. Yes, I wanted to forget that address, 46 Marconi Street. That would be the easiest for me. Suppose if I forget, no memories would be distracting me a lot and I would not be coming in grief, pain and agony once again, because there is no value for the belongings. If for a long lasting period, if these are not under your possession, by having this concept in your mind, I had decided not to come back to that place on that address in her entire life. Clear? And she had left the place and just got loaded herself in the train and ran away from there and never returned back. Clear? This is the story, the address. I hope that you might have got the story in a good manner, students. So just keep studying at your home and just download the PDF file, the question answers. And suppose if you face any problem with respect to the content of any question answer, so you just drop a message in the WhatsApp group in which you have been added over there. Clear? Till then, take care. Have a nice day. Namaskar.